Tonight, or today, I am going for my first, there's my shoes, first run of the year. Literally my first run of the year. It's February the 14th or something like that. It's freezing cold out there. It's my car, as I was driving home, said it's only 5 degrees Celsius. Generally my lower body just has a constant ache just now. I don't think it's sciatica so much as more piriformis in general. For some reason my lower body is just getting tighter and tighter and tighter. So this may be massively the wrong thing to do. Going for a jog, maybe the worst thing possible. But it's freezing cold. I'm in my shorts, in my socks, about to put my shoes on. So maybe the cold will help. I don't know. But I'm also quite interested because this will be, I think this is 5, maybe 6 months since I last did any sort of running. I stopped running 6 months ago, let's say it's 6 months ago, because I got massive piriformis in my butt cheek and I couldn't walk. I was on the ground again, totally banjoed. Again, that was purely from not stretching. So just now, I'm going to go for a jog in the cold, see how bad my fitness is, which will be interesting, and see if it causes any problem with what I think is piriformis at the moment. So here goes. 6 minutes in, just past that bit where I'm now in this path. One thing's for sure, wearing shorts, absolutely fine, even when it is just 5 degrees Celsius. Right leg, kind of pins and needles and kind of numb, can't really feel, it just feels fuzzy every time it hits the ground. Heart and lungs feel okay, everything else feels fine, not in pain, just kind of a dead leg so far. Ow. Okay, it's taking me 12 minutes up to that bench there. Definitely pain in upper buttock on the right hand side and stronger pain in right hand calf on the outside. So I thought I would totally be pumped from this, but I'll go for an even longer jog. I'm not, I'm just going to do my 3.4k jog. This should be about half hour, should be under half an hour. Then just really work on stretching tonight. Glad I managed to make up that hill constantly, not having to walk it. So now my fitness level is still higher than what it was when I started running before. Coming to the junction, 15:50. Where I am now, it's 24 minutes, 30 seconds. I know I've done this whole route in that time before. I think just now, still about another 4 minutes behind. The last time I did it was a personal best in my Vibram 5 finger, so barefoot style. So this, showing you the difference in time from 6 months off to my previous best, barefoot. Come on, under 30 minutes, yeah. 30 minutes. Oh, that's pretty bad. So, result or thoughts about that run. That was my first run, done in about 6 months, and it was sore. My calf, just on the outside there, was burning, as was my buttock. So I'm going to do a lot of foam rolling of that while I'm still warm. Running in 5, which I looked in a car as I was passing, it said 4 degrees Celsius. Running in shorts is lovely. It's a bit like, if you ever have one of those like mint shampoos, that's how cold it feels. So yeah, like normally I thought, oh, I should wear trousers if I'm running in the cold. Not at all. As long as you're up my upper body, have my blue jacket on, I've got like an Under Armour vest on underneath, and then a t-shirt, then my jacket and a hat and gloves. Upper body, something around the throat, as long as that was warm, then that was absolutely fine. And I didn't get out of breath at any point, because I think running in the cold, if you try and do a sprint and suddenly you're gasping in really, really cold air, that's when it gets really, really painful. However, I'm finding it difficult to breathe just now. I'm like, so yeah, the cold definitely has a major effect on it, and something you just need to train for if you're doing it. But I'm just going to try and see what my actual time was in comparison to previous ones just now. But in terms of pain, it got to a pain threshold level, and then either I just acclimatized to that amount of pain in from the Piriformis, or it kind of just got easier. But I could I have run longer? I think I could. I think just now, for that kind of run, that's as much as I wanted to do. Next time, actually probably about the next 3 or 4 times, it'll still be that same run, but just trying to get more used to it before I start adding in more distance. So that was a 4.3 kilometer run, and that took me half an hour today. So big changes there. Feel like I'm starting from ground zero again. And just a report from like the day after yesterday's very gentle jog. So that's the first time I've done a jog, a 4.3 kilometer jog in about 6 months. So I haven't done any jogging in 6 months. It's winter time, you don't want to go running. It's always dark, wet, cold, windy, crap weather and all that kind of stuff. Excuses out the way. And oh my god, I've totally forgotten how much just jogging is a whole body exercise. Even though what I did was very slow and at a relaxed pace, I could breathe all the way through, and I didn't get to the point where I was sucking in air so hard that I was hurting my throat or anything like that. I am in like total body pain today, especially my I suppose it's my traps. Like, you've got your traps up here, but your trapezius muscle goes all the way down the middle of your back to about halfway. That is just tenderoni. And same with my hamstrings as well. I'm like, why are my... I don't know whether it's because I did a lot of stretching afterwards. I did a lot of stretching and foam rolling. But the main point of this is that my piriformis isn't affecting me quite as much this morning as it had the other few days. I had a bit of a crap night's sleep, woke up a couple of times, and I just felt, but when I woke up, I felt more comfortable during the night. So whether that little jog has actually had a beneficial effect, today it kind of feels like it has. Police have identified so I think if you've got piriformis, maybe having a gentle jog, a very gentle jog, and doing a lot of stretching afterwards, because it's just a great warm-up. I think maybe it's been a case of, because the jogging I was doing is up over hills, down round a river and all that kind of stuff, so it's not on a treadmill. I suspect there is a substantial difference from on a treadmill, where each step is continuously the same, to where you're running off roads, onto roads, over stones, around stones and all that kind of stuff. That more trail style running uses your core in a much better way that really just helps your body support itself. So I think if you've got sore lower back, sore hips, sore hip abductors, hip flexors, the ones that bring, what are these bits called? Are these your hip flexors or your hip extensors? Can't remember, one of those ones. Maybe a little bit of trail running, very gentle, may be painful at the time, but beneficial for the day after. Today it is even colder, it's only like 2 degrees. I'll see what the weather's like later on today, because it's still, just now, and that's the main thing, if it's still, I'm happy to go for a jog. So I might try again today, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, that's advice for me for the future. Bye bye.